Hi, guys. Let me know if you can see and hear me. We have a new setup tonight. It looks so good on here. The screen it's beautiful. Hi, Jen. Hey, guys. Thank you. Facebook user, if you allow Facebook to have access to, what is this called? I forgot what this program. It's a StreamYard. It'll let you, then it'll let me see your name. You have to allow the program that we're using to have access to your Facebook account. And then it's just a little click. It's not really, I shouldn't say access. It'll allow your name to show up in this program. But it's up to you. Hi, Heather. How are you? Let's see who else. We have some people coming on real quick. We'll go remind Matt to send out the text message. Sending out the text. Okay, so we have a new setup. Actually, it's this, we didn't buy anything. We just rearranged the video annex. And, well, he did buy 2 new lights, but they were inexpensive. So, super excited about this new setup and being able to use it. All right, so my name is Nicole Peterson. I'm the owner designer of Picket Studios. My husband and I are owners, and I'm the designer. And the one who, does. I think it froze. Okay, guys, so how's your weather? We always talk about weather before we get started. So I'm in South Louisiana. I'm about an hour and 30 minutes from the Gulf. So we have a lot of humidity. Today was kind of humid. It was humid. I think it did rain. It drizzled a little bit. And I think the high was about 75. Yeah, that's going to start creeping up real quick soon. We're not going to have many nice days. We don't really have spring or fall. We have hot, a little bit cold, and then hot again. Our 4 seasons are the same temperature, hot. So I do have more cards than normal tonight because I have Brenda's cards. But the design team, we have a trade show starting next week. And let's see, it was warm earlier, but now raining. Oh, the temperature. That stinks, Diana. So, I'm sorry, we have a trade show next week in New Orleans, which is about an hour from our house. So my design team have been mailing me their cards from November through this month, April. Well, no, not April, through March. So I have all these beautiful cards in my house. And the most important thing is to keep them safe from the dog. Yes, absolutely. Because for some reason, Maggie likes to eat cards. But don't worry, I keep them very, very safe. They don't get to eat them, but they do like to sniff them. So we have hi from Ohio. So Diana said that she's in Pennsylvania and it's warm, but it's raining now and the temperature is dropping. So you guys must be getting a cold front. Hi, Holly. Hello, darling. Hi, Karen from Ohio. Holly, tell us about your weather because she's in Texas. Oh, thank you. And we do have a new flower. One of our flowers this month is from Kelly Taylor, who is one of our contributing illustrators. She will illustrate for us. Isn't it gorgeous? This is the what's it called? Brighter Days Gerba Daisy. Oh, yeah, Holly, I figured. And then look at this one. So these are, I think, okay. This one is Brenda's, and I'm pretty sure it's all watercolor. I could be wrong. I'm not watercolor, pencil color. Let's see what she says. Because look, she does give me a supply list. No line colored with Copic markers. I'm wrong. Wow. This is so beautiful. Look at this. Look at her coloring. Wow, that's amazing. I really thought it was the colored pencils. It's so soft. She's gonna have to tell us what color she used. Oh, Gerber daisies are your favorite? Aw, that's good. Well, you're gonna love this. And look, I love that it perfectly fills up the card. You know, I love big flowers. Yeah. Brenda's is a no-line Copic coloring. Yeah, I looked on her own. Thank you. But if you look at it, see how soft it is? You normally only get this soft with like pencil colors. But this is with Copic. That's amazing. She's so talented, Brenda. Well, they're all talented, of course, but this is just gorgeous. She did a great job embossing the white on black, too. And then this one is from Andrea Shell. She's one of our newer design team members, and hers is actually really soft as well, too. But wouldn't you have thought this one was pencil color, right? Do y'all agree with that? And this one looks like it's marker or even maybe zig. I don't know how Andrea colored. I would say it's Copic. Aw, that's great, Holly. All right, so we're going to get started. So hi, guys. My name is Nicole Peterson. I'm the owner and one of our designers here at Picket Studios. This is our March 2024 release. And if somebody can let me know how the light looks on your side, that would be great because we have a new setup. Well, I should say we don't have a new setup. We rearranged the furniture we already owned that was in the video room, and it's so much better. So I don't have lights hanging off my, like antennas off my head or these things. And the lighting is great. So how's the lighting look over there? Does it look good? Oh, it looks good, Jen. Great. That's awesome. I'm so glad. Okay, so this is Picket Studios March 2024 release. My name is Nicole Peterson. I do live in South Louisiana, so welcome. We have a lot. Well, this is a nice size release. It's not like super big, but it is a medium size release. So if you see here all this gorgeousness, and like I was telling the ones who were on earlier, I have more cards than normal this month because we have a trade show next week in New Orleans, which is only an hour from my house. So most of the DT has been mailing me their cards from November through March's release, so I can use them at that trade show. This is why it's always important. I always remind them, put your name on your cards. That way, other people, when they look, they grab the card, they can go, oh, who made this? Who did this amazing color? And there it is. That's Brenda's card. Always put your name on your cards. Be proud of that. So this theme this month is wildflowers and feathers. I know. Kind of like a, I think they go well together. It actually, this theme this month came from this stamp. So if you, hi Shannon. So if you took part of the SCT event that was in October, I taught one of the classes, and they received a stamp set in there, and it had a quarter of this size. So it was a seamless stamp, but it was a 4x4. Actually, it was a little bit smaller than 4x4. So this month, I really wanted to release this stamp, and I wanted some more feathers because you guys love feathers. So I thought, what about wildflowers and feathers? And then I can release this in a 6x6 stamp. Yes, isn't that so good? So good. And a lot of the DT members used it with like a soft color in the background, and then kind of like used a stencil on top of it. It was really good. So this is a true this is a 6x6. You can see when you stamp on it, your whole entire card is going to get stamped with the design. Do you see that? The whole entire card is going to get stamped. Nothing hanging off. It's a whole size. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to take these away, and I'll show them to you again when I get to the cards. But that's where the wildflowers and the feathers came from. Was this stamp set, which, like I said, I released in October with the SCT event. Oh, thanks. I do love 6x6 too. Okay, so we have a whole bunch. Now, this release goes very well with March's release. March's release was all about bugs. And when I say bugs, it was butterflies. We had a beetle. We had some dragonflies. We had 2 sets of butterfly dies. And it was all about bugs. So I say bugs, but it's kind of like more about insects. Well, this release matches that release beautifully. It goes so well together. Actually, I'm going to show you something. This stamp set, this stamp set right here, it is called Home for the Bees. And it was supposed to be released last month. But sometimes things happen. So we moved it to March's release because March's release goes so well with February's release that I was completely fine with moving this to the next month. I cannot wait to color this. This is, if you've seen any of my stamp sets in the past, we have a whole collection of like houses where one was like a witch house, one was a bakery. We had another one that was the inside of someone's kitchen. So this is similar to those. This is one of those stamp and color. No, you don't even need dies. You're going to stamp and color. So pretty. And this is a 5x5. This is something new that we're going to start having. So if you see this right here, this is a 6x6. Actually, it's 5.75 by 5.75. And then this is what we call a 5x5. So this is the size of this stamp is 4.75 by, no, it's 5x5. So it's 4.75 by 4.75. And you can see the size of that house of the bees is a very nice size. So I kind of figured something out along the way a couple of months ago, more than that. And I figured out a way to lower our stamp prices. Yes, is that not crazy in this economy? But I did. So you're going to see some pricing difference, and it's not going to go up. It's going to be down, which is amazing, right? So here's what a 6x6 looks like. And then you can see this is a 5x5. Now, I will continue to put some 6x6s out because some of them have to be 6x6. But we're going to try a smaller size with some of our larger images as well. Because to be honest with you, you're only losing maybe 1 sentiment, believe it or not. And it's instead of $20.99, it's this size. I don't want to tell you something wrong. I think it's $16.99. So there's like a $3 difference. Okay, just by that 1 inch less. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like I said, it's really just 1 sentiment less. It's not really like much. This is the same size. I would have made this anyway. So I'm really excited about that because I did figure some new things out with the stamp company and figured out I can make a little bit smaller stamps, not smaller, but put a little bit less, like 1 less on there, and then save you guys like almost $5. All right, so we have this beautiful stamp set, and this is our only coordinating die this month, right here. And this is Kelly Taylor's release with us this month, and it is called Brighter Days Gerba Daisy, which is a type of daisy. So this is a daisy. It's beautiful. You can see exactly how large it is. You can see my hand. And then the cards that go with this are, let me grab them because they were just right here. You can see how wonderful that flower is and how gorgeous. Actually, I think that she might have cut, no, did she? No. You can see it's a beautiful, perfect size daisy to fill up your card. I love one-trick wonders, if you could say, that are amazing flower or scenes that you can stamp and spend a good bit of time coloring and playing with it because it takes up most of your card, right? And then I have another one. Those of you that are just joining me, I have extra cards this month because my design team sent them to me for some trade shows. Hi, Brenda. So here's another one. Brenda, I was just oohing and ahhing over. I thought this was colored pencil. When this came in the mail, I was looking at it going, that's got to be colored pencil. We have to talk, Brenda. I don't know how to color Copic like this. This softness that you have, it is, I mean, this orange yellow is like radiating, guys. It's just so beautiful. So this is an example. These are 2 examples of Taylor's Brighter Day Daisy, and it does come with coordinating dies. So with the coordinating dies, you get a die for all the sentiments as well as the large daisy. That's something that we've been doing a lot of. Having our sentiments also our stamp sets that have imagery also have the dies that cut out the sentiments as well, which I absolutely love. And I love this one because it has a cute little mom right there. You know, and all these little sentiments, they all kind of work together. Kelly's really bright about that. So this is Kelly Taylor's new stamp with us this month, Kelly. All right, so that's called the Gerber Daisy. And I showed you guys the Home for Bees. I don't have a sample of this one, but one day I'm going to color this. I love this. And you do have little tiny bees to stamp, and you have 2 little fairies, and then you have some really nice sentiments, and you have a little flower, and then you have this that says bzzz right there with all the little, hi Teresa, with all the little Z's coming out. This is, if you like bees, this is a must have. Okay, and then I already showed you guys the floating dreams. This is where I got the inspiration for this release. So this has feathers and dandelions, which, you know, wildflowers, kind of weeds actually, or you can call them herbs. But this is where I got my inspiration for the entire release, from this original stamp set. Okay, then we have this beautiful basket. Guys, it might look like it's really dark and like not, you don't get to color much of it, but that's just, honestly, that is the acetate. If you can see right here, you see how much brown she had left to color on this heart basket. You can see the black lines are actually not as dark, you see? They're not as dark and filled looking like it does on the acetate. You have to remember, thank you. You have to remember that the stamp manufacturer will, the ones who actually like make the stamps, they make the acetate nice and dark for us. But then on the other hand, it also kind of makes you think that it's filled in the image more than what it actually is. So you can see there's lots of brown open area for you to color. Isn't this a gorgeous card? And this right here is one of the stencils that we have this month. But this right here is actually chocolate frosting, which we released in February, which is a new luxe color. And we released it with our cakes because it is the perfect shade of brown for, and you can see it's a little bit darker than a medium brown, but it's not like too dark. And this is called a basket of wildflowers. This does not have dyes. So you can see here, there's beautiful wildflowers that you can stamp. And then, or if you want to fussy cut them, or you can stamp them, like mask them off while you're stamping on your card this month. So this is a basket of wildflowers. And this is one of the cards. And then, I thought I had another one. Oh, I do. This one. And then I have this one. Look at this one. It's so pretty. Do you see how there's a lot of brown left for you to color? You don't have to really worry about it having too much black. Hi. Hi, Denise. It's nice to have you. Hi, Jana from Alabama. So you can see here, this is a, what is it called? A basket of wildflowers. This is one of our foiling cards this month. You can see she foiled and added some with gold and then added some purple and green to it. It's just gorgeous. Thank you. All right. And then the next one we have, I love this one. Oh, this is like so good to send to your girlfriends. Just amazing. Or it kind of looks like a daughter card too. Or maybe your I don't know. I just love this image. So it's called Like a Wildflower. So you see it's a beautiful open envelope with these gorgeous wildflowers coming out. And this is all one stamp. Okay, so you can actually just stamp it on your card and color it. It doesn't come with a die set. It doesn't have one. But it's a really nice size where you can see, if you look at this beautiful card here, who is this? Oh, no name on the back. So here you can see it is, again, takes up a nice portion of the card fronts. Now this is a 4x5. So these two are 4x5s. That just has some extra space, which is smaller, obviously, than the 5x5. So these are going to be less than $15. I think they're $13.99. So it's just only an inch smaller than a 4x6. However, you're going to save at least $3 by going with this 4x5 set. And like I said before, honestly, a 4x5 and a 4x6, when it comes down to actually designing them, you're losing one sentiment between the 4x6 and the 4x5. It's much worth the savings you save. It's with the $13.99. Okay, so here we have, I'm glad you are my wildflower. I love your wild side. Wildflowers write their own stories. Friends and wildflowers can grow anywhere and spread beauty like the flowers which grow wild and free. Isn't that fun? Hi, Lori. So it's so pretty. So here's one example of it. And then this one too. Look at this. Just amazing. I think this is, yeah, it's Andrea's. She actually used our new color of the new turquoise, the new blue that's in our sampler this month. You can see it. It's a gorgeous turquoise. You see that? It's not aqua. It's not blue. It is a perfect turquoise. This is a brand new color that's going to be in the sampler set. Okay, so those are 2 examples of the, what's it called? Like a Wildflower. All right, so let's see what's next. Then we have another wreath builder. So I'm obsessed with the wreath building at the moment, if you haven't noticed. And it's just, I never got into it in the past because I didn't have a stamp wheel from Altenew. And yes, I do support other companies and encourage our customers to go back and forth and, you know, share different things. But this is called Wreath Building Feathers. I don't have this card because one of our girls is in, she lives in England. I think it's England. Yeah, it's England. Where, I don't know where Laura lives. Jen, tell us where Laura lives. I know she's in Europe. I forgot exactly where. Anyway, so you get all these different feathers. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and then you have 2 twigs. Okay, so this is the perfect, it goes so well, so good. Spain, there you go. Laura lives in Spain. Well, Laura took the basket, this basket, and she had some, she, you know, did her card with the basket, and then she took the feathers and like stamped them like falling out the basket. So good, so good. Jen and I are both like, oh, that's gorgeous. And remember, this is going to be one of the lower price stamps, so it's going to be $13.99. So you're going to save $3. So it's a 4x5. Then here's another one. Now this, I'm gonna be honest, this was a very last add-on. Thanks, Denise. A very last add-on. I was, you know, just looking at this release, and I do get where I think it's not enough for a release. You know, girls, we do that to ourselves, put ourselves under ridiculous stress, right? So I was thinking, I need something else. One more thing with flowers, one more thing. So this is called The Right Pair of Boots, okay? And it also is a 4x5, okay? So it's going to be $13.99, not $15.99 like if it was a 4x6. So, and again, guys, there's lots of area to color. If you look, here's, whose card is this? This is Brenda's card. Do you see how much space there is to color? So when you look at the stamp, you think, oh, that's so much black, Nicole. It's not much area to color. Absolutely not. Oh, thanks, Holly. So when you look at this, you're going to see that it kind of looks like there's not much open area, but if you look at the actual one that's colored, you can see that there is. It just is the stamp looks like that. So this is super fun. I adore boots, and I know, don't you love that stamp, Charlene? And then in the back right here, she used one of our glossy papers to accent it. So this is called The Right Pair of Boots, and it does not have a coordinating die. So we have this boot one, and then there's another one, I think. Nope, that's the only one I grabbed. I have more, but I only had time to grab some of them. Oh, you do, Jen? Yes. All right. Next, we're going to get to our dies. So we have this new die set. So this is called Garden Topper Cover Plate Die. And if you know, we've released many word topper dies where the words are attached to this nice bar at the bottom. And this bar is thicker than a lot what some companies release. But it's actually meant if you wanted to stamp a sentiment right here, and you can find one that fits, and there's a lot of them. Oh, it froze. Oh, no. The boot, oh yes, the boot with some feathers. Ooh, good one, Jana. That's a good idea. So this right here is going to die cut these flowers, and they're going to be attached. However, you can very easily just chop them off if you don't want them attached right here. But it is nice to have them attached because you can do things like this. Look at this. This is Brenda's card. Do you see how these flowers, they're all attached. And all she did was she die cut it. And I'm assuming those are Copic colors because they look like Copic markers. And then I guess she didn't want the bottom band to show, or maybe she had colored it or something. So she just took a strip and put it right there. But you can, it's nice to have flowers attached to a die like this because it allows you to manipulate it a lot easier. But like I said, if you want to, you're more than welcome to cut it off and separate them and see what happens. This is a really fun die. Yes, and then, wait, do I have enough one? Let's see. That is the only one I grabbed with the Garden Topper die. So pretty. And this you see in the background was a release from November. I think it was November. And it's this very thin, kind of intricate die. However, it's amazing because it's not a full cover plate. You just get this fun, like beat up grid in the background. And the design team uses it a lot. It's one of those must have sort of dies. Okay, next we have a new set of feathers. Yes, isn't this gorgeous? This is called More Fanciful Feathers. Now, you guys, these emboss. So the outside will cut and the inside will deep emboss into your paper. And I do have this gorgeous card. This is another one of Brenda's. So if I can show you, let me see if I can put the light. The light's so much better. There you go. Do you see the feather? How it really didn't cut into it. It just like embossed into it. I completely expect Charlene to do some kind of fun technique with this. She's going to do something. I'm showing a feather card. Are y'all not able to see? Is it frozen? No. Is it frozen, guys? Okay, well, I'm just going to, oh, not frozen. Okay, good. So you can see that she used 2 feathers she cut out in gold paper. And then the back of this, look at that. That is that, the first stamp that I showed you, the stamp that has the dandelions and the feathers, which is called Floating Dreams. This one right here, Floating Dreams. And you can see how gorgeous it is, that it just fits perfectly on that card. So she die cut some feathers, and then this is another one of our die cuts, one of our dies this month. So pretty. Yes. So these are the feathers. There's 3 of them. They don't have shadows. I chose not to put shadows on them because they're quite large. You can see like this 2 fingers worth, you could say. They're quite large. And you get 3 in a pack. Now, we have one other set of feathers. They're called Fanciful Feathers. And I think they were released, oh gosh, I don't know. I don't remember. It was last year. It was early last year, I think. I'm not really sure. But you see we get the feathers and the all the feathers and wildflowers. And then this. I have been waiting for this to come out. Yes, this is one of those dies that I made because I wanted it. This is an amazing pinking shear die. It cuts beautifully. I mean, it really cuts nice. And then it has a little, what do you call it? The little lines on the inside that cut when it cuts out. And then you get this huge cover plate. This is a cover plate that cuts out High Dawn, that cuts out all of these letters. Okay. And it's one solid die. So if you want, you can just, if you want like A, D, and an F, you can just put a piece of paper right there and just run it through one time. Now, it does come with 2 A's, 2 E's, the entire number line up through 8. You do not have a 6, or you have a 6, but you don't have a 9, because if you just flip the 6 over, it's a 9, right? And then you have an O, which is also your 0. So when you look at it, you might be, Nicole, you left some letters out. No, I didn't leave them out. I chose not to put the ones that were the exact same as a number that was fixed a letter, because that way I could put a question mark, an extra E, all the letters, and you would have all the letters and the numbers. Yeah, thanks, Charlene. The first time I did this with the die, a lady contacted me and said, Nicole, you left half the alphabet out. I'm like, I thought that was funny. Half the alphabet. No, just 2, because the O can be a 0 and the 9 can be a 6. So this is really fun. It's called Pinking Shear A2 Cover Plate. And I know I have some samples. This card here, do you see how it's just, it cuts really nice. If you can see, it's a really clean edge. And then under, she covered it right there, but you can see it also has, it die cuts into the paper and leaves the border of checked lines. Okay, what else do we have? Then, so that is called Pinking Shear A2 Cover Plate die, and it's a very good price. It's very heavy and substantial dies for this price. Okay, next we have, and so this die, I think I really truly designed this die like a year and a half ago. And sometimes I just make something and it doesn't necessarily fit a release. And I just hold on to it until we have a release that comes out. And this release was perfect for this. So this was like a year and a half ago, and it's been sitting in the warehouse. And when I was pulling this release together, I thought, oh wait, this die goes perfectly because it's such a nice large die that you could do so many different things with it. And then it's nice and large, but also it doesn't take up it takes up a lot of space, but not all the space, you could say. You can see it here also, where you still have it's the perfect size to be big and fill your card, but it gives you lots of space to have other things also. Hi, to have lots of other things on your card. Like she has 3 feathers on this card and this large die cut. So this is called You Are So Extra. And I think I was talking to my grandkids one day and we were teasing the middle one. And I was like, you're so extra. And then I thought, oh, wait, that's a good die. And this is just so pretty. You can see this is the stencil for this month. And this is, I think it's Twinkle. Whose card is this? I think this is Twinkle Lights, the gold color Twinkle Lights, because our normal gold is a lot darker than this. And this is Twinkle Lights, the gold Twinkle Lights. Okay, I'm going to save this one for later. Well, let me go ahead and talk about it now. Okay, so this die. This is called Basic Die Cutting Die Set 1. Okay, there will be others like this. So what this is one of my favorite things is to look at a die and decide how else I can use it. We have this one die that the girls use a lot, and it's a slimline die, but it's an oval, and it has a picket fence in the middle of it. And they are always cutting that up and using it on all kinds of cards. So I like that idea. I like the idea of taking a die, and basically it just becomes like a staple, right? So this comes with 3 domes, okay? And they do cut. You can put one inside the other one. So there is no, let me just open it. There is no edge. You can see it here. There is not an inside edge, okay? Let me show you. Okay. All right. So the 3 domes do not have an inside edge. This edge right here is flat. So when this die cuts, it's only going to die cut a solid dome shape, because you can easily use these other dies inside of them to cut out the center of the dome. So I thought it would be much more interesting if we had 3 dome dies in different sizes. So that way, if we have them in different sizes, plus we can use them together and use them to make like a little like silhouette of a dome. So there's 3 of them. Okay, there's 3 of them. So you can see if you wanted to put these 2 together, or if you wanted to put these 2 together. Okay, then it comes with, this is actually extra. I don't ever leave empty space when it comes to dies, okay? So I had this extra space in here, and I thought, wait a minute, what can I put inside there that everybody needs, right? Who doesn't need 4 ovals with the little border of dashes in it? We all need that, right? Then it has this beautiful window. Now this window cuts out the outside and the inside, and it's like such a good die, very sturdy. So it cuts out the outside, and it cuts out the inside, and it cuts out all the little pieces in the middle. So I have an idea what I want to do with this die. I'm going to die cut this, and then I'm going to basically cut off the top of it like that. And now I have the cutest rectangle with 6 openings. Isn't that cute? So now you have kind of like a little peekaboo window in there that you just I cut the top of it off, and these 4 cut out also, as well as these 2 pieces. I love dies like that. They give you that extra little shapes on the inside to use for other things. Just cut that off, and you have this beautiful, cute little rectangle, and you're gonna like that for next month. All right, plus, I haven't even told you all the good stuff. And yeah, yes, the One of the domes fits perfectly for the window, like this. And then you also have, it looks like a shelf, right? So if you wanted to, you could use this for the window ledge, right? For a window ledge. However, when I was designing this, I was thinking about all the different things that you could do with this one die set. So I went ahead and put them down right here. So this could make a peekaboo window, like I was just talking about, where you just cut the top of this off and then you have a peekaboo window, a window with a shelf, or you could have a broken glass window. Okay, if you wanted to, you could, break tear your pieces in half right here and then put them back together. You could have an animal den if you wanted to. One of these could be the inside of animals. You can put them in there and make them look like they're inside. And a snow globe. Let me show you the idea for my snow globe. So this would be the top part of your snow globe right here. And then you have this shelf. So what you can do is just die cut this and then trim off these two little pieces. And then you'll have a snow globe. Isn't that cute? 5. Isn't that super cute? And you can do the same thing with this one as well, if you wanted to make it into a snow globe. And it's so easy to make a snow globe. And then you could use this to make a shaker and then stamp on the inside of it, put some fake little fun snow in there, and voila, you have a dome. You have a snow globe. A window box. Then you have domes. You can make them into dome shapers. You can make a wall shelf. If you wanted to, you could just take this on your card. And I've seen people where they take a shelf die and they die cut it and they put it like once here, and then maybe one at the bottom. And they'll put like a cat, another cat, and then maybe the sentiment right here. You can cut those little parts off if you want. So this could be used for just making a shelf. Then you can make layered domes, layer these 3 together for on top of each other, layered ovals, a dome cover plate. What I mean by that is you can take this and take a piece of paper, and you know how we do that? Say that the domes could be a clock. Yes, good idea. Come on, give me some more ideas, because this is one of my favorite things to do. So you can actually, Jen did this. Take this and take a piece of paper, and you cut it on the fold. You let the die hang off a little bitty bit at the top, and then you run it through your die cut machine, and then you end up with a card that's shaped like a dome where it's connected at the top. And you can do that with pretty much almost any large die. Okay, then you can have a rectangle with 4 open rectangles. Plus you also get these perfectly shaped little, I don't know if they end up being squares. I think they're rectangles, but they're good. You can do lots of different cards. Yes. Yeah. So this is what my goal is, to start coming out with some dies that are like this, that we can look at them and go, okay, wait a minute. What else can we do with that? Because do you really, we buy so much money on dies. We need to get the most we can get out of them, right? So this is called basic die cutting sets. So you can do so many different things with this, and we will have more of these in the future. Do I have a card with one of them? No, I don't think so. Okay, but there's lots of examples on the website. All right, so that's it for the stamps and dies. Now let me show you. We have 3, yes, window panes. Thank you, Holly. That was that word that escaped me. We have 3 stencils this month. Now, if you bought the giraffe set, the giraffe kit last, I don't know what it was. Was it like during the summer, I think, of last year? You already have this, okay? So if you have that kit, you won't want to buy this again, because this is a release from that kit, because that's what we do. We wait about a year, and then we take the parts of the kit and we break it up into different releases, so then everybody can buy them, not just the people that bought the kit. So this is a 6x8, and you can see here, it is a great size. See here, she used the chocolate frosting paper luxe on this. See, that's a beautiful stencil. And they also have the slimline. So if you're into slimline, this is also another choice. I do try to keep the sizes of a slimline and a 6x8 pretty much the same. I can't guarantee they're exactly the same, because when you send stuff off, you try to make sure it's the same, but yeah. So they're pretty much the same. So we do have the Slimline version as well as the 6x8. Let's see, I have that card. Oh, look, on Brenda's card, she used it on the background. See, I was telling you a lot of them did that. And I'm assuming this is our black splatter that she used. I love splatter, just so good on a card. Okay, and then this. We did have another polka dot last month. However, I couldn't help myself. And we have another polka dot this month. This is a 6x8. And it is, hi, the 6x8. Hey, Jen. You might want to check on that. So this is 6x8, and it's called Center Polka Dot 6x8 Stencil. Thank you. So it's really, really pretty. So I do love polka dots. I admit it. We actually have another polka dot one coming out this year. I couldn't help myself. All right, so let me go ahead and show you guys the papers for this month. I'm super excited. Oh, never mind, Jen. It was okay. I'm sorry, darling. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the papers for this month. So we have, these are our foiling papers. So this month, all of these papers that I'm showing you are the glossy. So these are actually glossy papers, meaning that you can use them. They're meant to be used as pattern paper. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Of course I did. So you can see here, these are the A2 sets, and it comes with 12, 4.5, 4.25 by 5.5, and it's a semi-gloss. It's not necessarily a glossy paper. And at first, the design team, I think they were kind of taken back that it was glossy paper, but they have come to love it and are very excited about using it. And what's great about it is you don't lose the luster, okay? And sometimes that happens with like regular pattern paper. You don't get like a true, a true image of it. It kind of like makes it matte. So super fun. So here, I grabbed two of the same. So there's 3 different ones. You get 2 of each. No, you get 3 of each. You get 4. You get 4 of 3 different designs. Gee whiz. Now I must not have grabbed the other one, but this is what the one that I don't have. Which one is it? This right here. So this is the other one that I didn't grab. You get this. This is like an oval right here. And then this is, so it's like this. And then this is a basket. This also comes in 8.5 by 11. So for their A2 cards, it's glossy paper. And you get 12 sheets, and you get 4 of 3 different designs. Yes, it's satin. There you go. Then we have this. I'm so excited about this coming out. So excited. This is called Cotton Candy Clouds. If you didn't know this, I kind of like clouds. Yes, good question. You can stamp on this, guys. However, I would grab StazOn, honestly, to stamp on this. It is, you can stamp on it. I don't know. I've only used StazOn. I don't know, girls. What have y'all stamped on top of it? We stamped on it, but I would use StazOn because it is a little slick, meaning the paper is not going to absorb the ink. So I'm pretty sure you'd have to use StazOn. Good question. I appreciate that. So this is 3 different designs, okay? And you get 4 of each. So you get, it's upside down. So you get, this is a horizontal with the little, you can either call that a sun or just a burst. Here you have one that goes like this, and it goes like this. And it is a vertical design. And then, did I do it? Oh gosh. Okay, so you get, let me show you these. All right. Then we also have them in the 8.5 by 11. Okay, so you can see these are easier to see the designs. So this is exactly what the A2 looks like. Okay, you have it, this design is vertical. And here you can either, I think this one, no, it goes like this, yes. Where you have the clouds are in different arrangements. And then you have the horizontal of the vertical. Okay, so you get 4, there's 3 different designs, and you get 4 of each for 12, 8.5 by 11. And this is how I store mine. I buy these little pouches. Actually, I'll show you this. I buy these pouches off Amazon. They're not cheap. I wish I could find. Anybody knows how to buy these pouches? I don't like the one with the snap. I like this one because it has the flap. If you know of a better source than Amazon, these are not cheap on Amazon, but they're perfect for this because I keep the insert in front. So that way, actually, when I have two sets, I put one insert in the front so I can see what the name of it. And then on the other side, I'll keep a second insert so I can see it from both sides of what the name is. Now, this one is not this month, but I wanted to show you because a lot of my design team pulled this out and used this one also with this release. So this is called Clouds of Dreams. And again, it comes in the A2 size. Okay, you get 3 designs, 4 of each for a total of 12. Then you get the 8.5 by 11, okay, and you get 4 designs, the same designs that are on A2. However, and you might want to ask, Nicole, why would I want it bigger? Because it's basically the A2 enlarged. Well, if you only wanted this part, right, or you only wanted ombre, purple, and blue, a lot of people enjoy having the larger size because it allows you to pick, like almost control your color palette a little bit more. Oh, that's beautiful. And then you have this one. So these are called Clouds of Dreams. I just wanted to pull them out and show you guys because I thought they were fun. Okay, we have another new, it's not a new product, but we have some new packaging. So we always have sequins, and that's one of the things that PFS is known for, my sequence mixes. So we have 4 this month, okay? Now, a lot of people, thank you, Denise, a lot of people have their own system of organizing their sequence, okay? And on our design team, Ricky Ricky in January, he took the month off from card making and he redesigned his studio. And he emailed me and said, hey, Nicole, could we do something like don't discontinue the compacts? But can I not get the compacts anymore? Like just throw some in a bag for me because this is not how I store my sequence. And it got me thinking, well, what if people are just buying these and then throwing these compacts away? I mean, the compact, believe it or not, costs the exact same as a bag, okay? And that's because we buy these in such bulk, we get a really good price, like a really good price on them. So we've started to release the exact same sequence, but in bags. That way, if you already have your sequence storage solution, you don't have to like feel like you have to throw this compact away. They're the same exact price, believe it or not, because bags are expensive. The bags and the compact have the same exact amount of sequence, and they're the same exact price. This is a Sequence Plus mix, and it is going to make it easier for me to show them to you. Because I don't have, so this is called Plant Where You Bloom. And it is just, it's a really, really fun. I love the blue and the yellow. So you can see here, it has beautiful turquoise and it has sunflowers. And then it has these beautiful little wildflower sequence. And it has sunflower clay and then some different sizes of clear. And they even have some but some white little flowers in there as well. So this goes perfectly with this release. Isn't that fun? This is called Plant Where You Bloom. All of these are available in the baggies and the compact. This is called Colors of Flowers. Now this one, I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't look cute in this, but it actually, I was kind of worried about that, how they were gonna look because of the silver in the back, but look how this one is so pretty, so pretty. I didn't think this, honestly, when I made this mix, not because, you know, I just like make them off the top of my head. I wasn't really sure how this would look, but it's beautiful. It's purples, they're purples with yellows and greens. And, you know, think about it. Isn't that like the color of purples, the color of flowers when you go outside? You're going to have greens and yellows and purples. And purple and yellow are those beautiful, 2 beautiful colors that contrast each other well. And they're just so pretty. I'm not getting a really good, I'm not good with the light like Matt is. So this is called Plant Where You, no, Colors of Flowers, Plant Where You Bloom. And we have 2 more. We have another one that is called Hot. Ricky, I was just talking about you, buddy. Were your ears ringing? Huh? I was just blaming you for us having to come out with the new packaging. It's all your fault, buddy. You know I'm joking. This one is called what is it called? A bird's feathers. This one is so pretty. It's this light, no, it's almost like an aquamarine, but it's a really light, and they have some beads in it. And then they have two different shapes of purples, two different sizes, and then they have this lovely, gorgeous little feather clay. Can you see that? Is that showing that? It's a feather. And this is just so pretty. We do have two that kind of have purple in it this month. However, so good. This one's so pretty. Aren't those beautiful? Okay. Then the last one this month. Now, I should have released this last one last month. However, when I was in my room mixing the sequence this month, well, for this month in March, I happened to catch out the side of my eye when I was thinking about what I wanted to do. And remember I told you last month we released a whole bunch of bugs. Well, this is a bee. It could be bees, and it's called Be My Friend, BEE. So this is black and white with yellow. It has little black, is it black hearts? No, sorry, no hearts. So they're yellow. They're two different, actually there's 4 different types of yellows. Some of them are matte. Some of them are like a shiny sequence. And then you have those cute little black, okay guys, you're distracting me. Who would know that? Ricky would come on and I'd get distracted. And then they have clear sequence. Y'all are so fun. And then, so it's like a white, black, and yellow combination. Yes, just in time. You're right. So these are the 4 sequin mixes. And again, Ricky, we were just talking about you because remember back in January, we talked about how you were organizing things and you said, can I not get the compacts in my kit and just get a baggie of them? Remember? Well, this is the first month that we took your idea. So all the sequins are we're going to try this for at least 6 months, okay? Just to see how it works out. If it doesn't work out, then we'll discontinue the baggies, but it doesn't hurt us to offer the baggies. So yes, I told you. So remember, the compacts are amazing. We're not doing away with our compacts. They're very popular. We're not doing that. Plus we have a bunch of them, but we wanted to give an alternative. So that way, if someone already has a pre-existing sequence organizer, they don't have to feel like, maybe I don't want to buy that because I'm gonna have to throw it away. And look, these are good bags. These bags are so good. If you keep your sequins in bags, these are really, really high quality bags as well. And this is it's almost like a little storage pouch because it's like super, super thick on the back and the front. So if you want to just keep them in the bag, either way. But this is the first month. We're going to try it for about 6 months and see how it works out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know, this is just how it is. We'll see. All right, so the only thing we have left is the splatter. Splatter, guys. We have 2 new colors of splatter. So this is how splatter came about, really quick. Last year, I taught for the scrapbooking cards event, and I wanted to put some splatter on one of my cards, on the cards on there. So I came up with gold splatter. Literally, it was just supposed to be for that event. And then Matt threw it in the next release. These are so popular. And he's always like, what next colors do you want? I'm like, dude, I'm going to run out of colors eventually. So this month we have liquid turquoise blue, okay? And it might not look totally turquoise on this light because it's really not showing. But I have these samples of the splatter. You see it's true turquoise. Isn't that so good? Yes. And what I like about our splatter, the reason is Matt found these amazing bottles, and they do have child-proof, which means they're kind of like Nicole proof also. Yeah, see? Anyway, so they have a little, it has a little dropper inside there, and you take a little bit of it out, and you can put it in a little, one of those plastic rectangle containers, or you can just drop it on your glass mat. You can directly take your fan brush and dip it into there and then splatter away. Or if you like, you can water it down a little bit if you wanted to change it to a lighter shade, or you wanted it to not be so thick when it lands on your paper. So they're very easy. You can use them. If you want to watercolor with them, you can. It's not, but I'm gonna be honest, this is not really what I would consider a top quality. This is not really, it's meant for splatter. You want to watercolor with it, that's great. But honestly, I would save it for my splatter. And they're both super shiny. They have the mica inside of them. And actually the mica, there's so much mica in there. Matt shook it up for me before. So this is called, Liquid Turquoise Blue. And it looks like this. See how shiny? And then Matt did 2 samples of the pink. So this, you can see how much mica is in the pink. And it's called, what is it called? Liquid Pink Blossom. So that's where it's like kind of spread out and you can really see the mica. And then on the other side, he put some down and then misted it with water so you can see how it's so easy to water down. Yeah, good idea. Yes, we're not going to discontinue the compacts. Don't worry about that. We're not. But I realized what he was saying and I'm like, that's a good idea because we don't want to throw something plastic away in our environment that we don't have to, right? Okay, so this month we have another sampler set. Now these are a great way, amazing way. I hope you won't. Well, you know what? Send me some colors, Holly, that you want, babe. Send me some colors. I was telling Brenda and Jen that about a week ago. You guys come up with a color. Just tell me the color you want, and we'll see if Matt can come up. We can do it because it's hard. It really is getting hard to come up with colors when it just is sometimes. So these are some other sampler sets that we have that are also on the website. These are very popular. I didn't even realize this one's like a B set. But this is called Paper Glaze Velvet. And this one are 3 shades of glaze. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is enough glaze if you're just starting, okay? If you're just starting. But I'm going to be honest with you. This right here, it's a good amount, but it's only 1 ounce. And I can tell you that I like the 2 ounce jars, but they're full. This is one that I've taken some out of. So it just depends. Yeah, some of them, yeah, it's whatever you like. Yep. Awesome, Ricky. So I wanted to show you guys. So there's 3 colors in this sampler, okay? And this is called Nature's Colors Sampler, okay? So you get this beautiful pink, and this is a different pink. We do not have this pink in a single. All these are new colors. Then we have this amazing green. Green is my favorite color. And it's called Nature's Colors Sampler Green. And then these are all Luxe, by the way. And then we have Nature's Color Sampler Blue. And it is blue, but it's not. This is another blue that we have that's called Spanish Moss. So you see how they're not the same. They're not the same. And then I also grabbed this one. And this one is called Turquoise Jewelry. So you can see, even though we now have all these different blues, we need all of them. They're not like overlapping each other at all. Sometimes this Spanish Moss can look a little green, depending on kind of like what you put next to it. It can come off green as well. And these 2 are also brand new colors. But I figured somebody would think, oh, don't we have that turquoise? No, it's totally new blue. So new. Yes, I'm all about turquoise. Blues and greens, So I think that's everything. Is it? Woo! At an hour, right in an hour too. I got through it in an hour. Well, guys, thank you. I really appreciate you sticking around this long. So we're super excited about this release. I love wildflowers, and I'm really happy that we were able to bring this to the market. So I hope you had you were inspired by something that you saw. Make sure you go to our website. It's pfstamps.com, and go look at all the inspiration of the cards, because we always upload cards on the product pages, and there are some gorgeous, gorgeous samples, okay? Also, don't forget, this release works very, very well with February's release, okay? Because it's all like bees and bugs and stuff, and the colors work really well. Also, before you buy something, like before you go and buy this. Go look at the bundles, okay? This might be inside one of the bundles that we made, and you could get 10% off. Because with the bundles, when we bundle them together, you get an automatically 10% off, right? And if you spend more than $60, you get free shipping, right? However, if you purchase the entire release, you get 20% off. So there's two choices for the release. There's the release with all the dies except the one coordinating die, or you get everything, including that coordinating die. So there is like a $20 difference if you don't want the coordinating die to go with Kelly's Daisy. And both of those bundles are 20% off. So again, if you want, go look at the bundles before you start adding stuff to your cart, because you want to save 10% on the lower bundles, and the more expensive it is, I give it at 20%, which is a really good price for new products. All right, guys. Well, thank you for sticking around. Oh, wait, this is that blue. This blue right here. This is what this blue looks like when it's dry. Sorry. All right. All right. Well, have a good evening, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for sticking around. I do appreciate you. Bye-bye.